Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2026. So US stock trounced, bonds bid as a Korean butterfly flaps its wings. It's a bit like the tiger one in 1996, was it? 6 or 98, somewhere around there. The question on everyone's lips, are levered Korean retail traders about to become a US tech boom giant killer? I don't know too much about that, but I'll have a bit of an investigation into it. US stocks declined as AI concerns stoked tech sell-off. That's again Asia-Pac market open. Market suffered another round of selling in semiconductor and memory stocks, with both the semiconductor ETF and memory ETF posting notable losses, while pressure also followed a 10% drop in the KOSPI during the prior Asia Pacific session. So the KOSPI, I would say, is the Korean stock market. The next commodity super cycle has already started. The rotation from technology to energy and commodities is only one part of a much larger shift now underway. Yes, but it's not happening in the metals at the moment because the US dollar continues to rise. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of June. There is no economic news today. What's Trump got to say here? I have Iran on the ropes. Oh God, here we go. More hyperbole. Willing to give us practically anything. I don't think so. I mean, what utter tosh that is. If that was the case, then it would have ended weeks ago, wouldn't it? And it'd also be completed and done by now as well. But Vance, as far as I'm aware, is still in Switzerland. I mean, utter nonsense. Right. Yeah, let's have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow, see what the semiconductor damage has done to this and the broader markets. So in the Dow yesterday, the market went down, it came back. There's certainly some selling around there, shown by the red bar, but we're back above the 5-bar moving average, which is useful. In a bit more detail in the 30-minute chart, we had a decline overnight into Tuesday's trading session, but then at 2:30 the market went down, tested Monday's low, and then moved up to create obviously another high there, but not a new all-time high. Market is sideways overnight at the DP and the previous day's close. Let's have a look at the DAX. And in the German DAX, selling here as well. You can see prices coming under pressure there with the selling. We're overbought as well in the daily chart. The market is above the 20-bar moving average. So medium term, the market is still sideways to higher. 30-minute chart, you can see there that decline down overnight on Tuesday, well, early hours of Tuesday morning. Market back up, and again you can see now we're sideways in the 30-minute chart as well. So the market is still very, very quiet. I'll just go back to the daily chart again. Don't forget you've got that defined sideways channel there starting to take effect as well. So have a look at the S&P, and in the S&P market breaking to the downside slightly there. You can see there's a bit of a channel to the downside. Market finding support though at the 30 MA and trying to turn back up. We're certainly seeing selling there, and we're heading into oversold actually as far as the S&P 500 is concerned. Yesterday, we saw the continuation of the overnight decline, the market down, and then 2:30 the market coming back, and then since then really we've been stuck in a range off the previous day's low, which is obviously yesterday's low. Market coming down, having a look at it, and some buying coming in there, and moving back off the sort of 50% in the stochastics there. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. And in the Nasdaq, we've gone off the all-time highs at the moment, and there we've got a lot of selling as well. Market coming back up there. Need to reload this chart because that's yesterday's volume bar there. So prices finding a bit of support there off yesterday's low, which you can see there. So overnight prices have had a look at it and then moved off it. But yesterday's decline again, it was the cash market that brought prices back there. I think I've just missed the FT100, haven't I? Let me just go back. I'm losing the plot this morning. Let's have a look. Yeah. Anyway, in the UK, the sideways market continues. You can see that there. And it's also sideways within sideways. and the 30-minute chart for yesterday moving up, obviously with this political thing that we've got going on at the moment, and also up on the overnight as well, as prices managed to get back above the 200 MA there. Right, let's have a look at the US dollar. And the US dollar continues to move up sharply here on this so-called deal. And the narrative, it's beyond me, absolutely beyond me. When the war was on, the metals were hounded and pounded. And here we are, a situation where it's now resolved and the metals are still being pounded. So the metals in the moment can't win, as you'll see in the Far East. We've broken $70 an ounce down to 68.12. Shanghai, we've narrowed the premium down to 604. Gold silver ratio is making a big move to the upside. This is going well past 70 at the current rate of decline, and the COMEX has no stress in there either. So let's have a look at the metals. Starting off with silver, you'll see we're down at this support. We've actually broken it. Again, I'm actually going to change my target down to 50. I think there's going to be a retest of the 50 level. I'm currently short as far as spread bet in this market is concerned as well, because it's reverted back to its old pattern. We rally, we sell off. $50 would be the sort of level I would expect to see some sort of support coming into the market. Plus that was the old 40-year all-time high, where we could see that sort of support. It's all insane, it's all manipulated, but it is what it is. Gold too being moved down to the downside when you've got the highest buying of gold by central banks, and this started back in 2010. Again, it has to be nothing but manipulation. Now you can see yesterday sideways, down slightly overnight, but nothing like silver, which is why we're heading for 72 on the gold silver ratio. And finally, let's have a, well, not finally, but penultimately, let's have a look at yesterday's trades in the DAX. And in the early part of the session, it was very choppy. I'm going to fast forward. It was the flash news yesterday, and you can see they're very choppy when we have this news. There were no signals until after the last one, which you'll see there, and then the market moving up off this, and then eventually making its way back down as well, as prices await the opening of the Dow in the afternoon. We had a potential short there that was filled. We had the US flash news where the market bounced back, and then we moved higher off that once more as well. So no losses for yesterday. A reasonable day with every signal there producing minor. Well, this is debatable with the spread, but otherwise a lot better than it has been of late. Good news is there, of course, that the flash news was all out of the way before we had the first buy signal as well, which is always a useful thing as well. Currently, we can see that we're moving back to the upside. Let's just have a look, see how far off yesterday's low we've come. And that is 100, 200 points so far off yesterday's low, or in that sort of range. So, okay, that's it for a quick roundup. Let's see what happens during today, and also what's happening in Korea. See if that's the tipping point. I know when we had the Tiger event, but I can't remember what year it was. It was either 96 or 98. It certainly wasn't 97. But the Far East blew up, and long-term capital did at the same time as well, which led to Barclays Bank having to be bailed out secretly, which not a lot of UK bank holders are aware of. Right, that's it for this one. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. I will see you in tomorrow's, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.